Ever wonder what happens if pirates attack a cruise ship? Or what really goes down when someone falls overboard? And what about getting left behind in a foreign port? Well, buckle up and grab your lifeboat snacks, because today we're diving into real cruise ship secrets, the kind that don't get printed in the glossy brochure. Let's lift the anchor on some truths cruise lines hope you don't notice. Pirates on a cruise ship? Sounds like a movie plot, right? But in 2009, the MSC Melody was sailing off the coast of Somalia when it was chased by armed Somali pirates in a speedboat. Passengers were ordered into their cabins. Crew turned off all the lights. And then, surprise, armed Israeli security guards on board opened fire. The pirates, they hightailed it back to the high seas. While attacks like this are rare, modern ships in high-risk areas come equipped with water cannons blasting at 80 miles per hour, sonic weapons that can cause hearing damage, and something called a P-trap. No, not a plumbing issue, but a floating line that tangles pirate propellers. Morale of the story? Cruise ships might look like floating buffets, but they've got more defense systems than a Bond villain's yacht. If you're 15 minutes late, the ship will leave without you, even if you're running down the pier like it's a Tom Hanks movie. Cruise lines have tight port schedules, and waiting for late passengers? Not in the budget. Your cruise card tells the crew if you're back or not. And if you're not, they'll enter your cabin, grab your passport, and leave it with port officials. Good luck! You'll need to get to the next port on your own dime. Tip: always keep your watch on ship time, not local time that jumps an hour ahead while you're sipping margaritas. Ever wonder where the crew lives? Most staff sleep below sea level, in shared rooms with bunk beds, working 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. They use a secret corridor called the I-95, which runs the length of the ship, like an underground highway. And while they can't socialize with guests, they've got their own gyms, their own shops, and bars, and even jacuzzis. So next time your towel animal is folded to perfection, maybe raise a glass to the crew making it all happen behind the scenes. Yes, modern cruise ships still hit ice. In 2022, a Norwegian ship collided with a growler, not a bear, but a low-lying chunk of ice, in Alaska. The ship had to cancel the rest of the cruise. But thanks to welded hulls, not rivets like Titanic, ships today can take a hit without splitting open like a tin can. Plus, the International Ice Patrol is always watching, kinda like Santa Claus, but with sonar. It's not something cruise lines advertise, but most ships have a morgue tucked away below deck. If a passenger dies, their body is stored there until the ship reaches a port. And no, that free soft-serve ice cream day doesn't mean they're clearing freezer space, despite some very persistent internet rumors. If you hear Operation Rising Star over the radio, that's the code for a death on board. Just a little cruise trivia to liven up your next trivia night. Heard a mysterious bravo, bravo, bravo over the PA? That's not the ship cheering for a Broadway performance. That's the code for a fire. Alpha means a medical emergency. Zulu is for fights. And Oscar? That's man overboard. Codes help the crew communicate emergencies without sending passengers into a full-blown panic. Unless someone announces Code Buffett Stampede, then all bets are off. Spoiler, it's very serious and extremely rare. If someone falls off the ship, the bridge is alerted. A code Oscar goes out. The ship turns around. Nearby ships are notified. Search teams mobilize. But in open ocean, the odds aren't great. Of 212 known overboard cases between 2000 and 2019, only 48 were rescued. Some cruise lines now use sensors and cameras that detect when someone falls and mark the GPS location instantly. Better advice? Don't climb the railings, don't lean over the edge, and don't jump for TikTok likes. You're not that guy. The most expensive suites are often at the very front, high above the ship with incredible views. But here's the catch, they rock the most. If you're prone to seasickness, you might want a midship cabin on a lower deck. And no, stabilizers don't make the ship feel like a hotel on land, they just make it sway slightly less dramatically. So yeah, bring ginger chews or those snazzy wristbands just in case. Staying on the ship during port days isn't lazy, it's strategic. When everyone else is off exploring, you've got the hot tub all to yourself. Spas offer discounts. Specialty restaurants are easier to book, and it's a peaceful paradise. Plus, you're not dealing with the hassle of overpriced excursions, pushy souvenir vendors, or running back to avoid being left behind. Sometimes, the best shore excursion is no shore excursion. Modern ships have go-karts, zip lines, water slides, and yes, some unexpected surprises. One woman got stuck mid-slide in a transparent loop suspended over the ocean. She had to be rescued from the tube with a trap door. Thankfully, there's an alarm system for exactly this scenario, so if you hear a strange beeping near the pool deck, someone may be stuck in the people-sized hamster tube. Ever wondered what those big white balls on top of the ship are? No, they're not modern art. They're radomes, protective shells that house sensitive radar and satellite equipment. They keep things like internet, GPS, and communication systems running, all while blending in like giant golf balls. Now look down. Those carpets in the hallway? They're not just decorative. On Disney ships, they feature tiny world globes with north always pointing forward. On some Norwegian cruise line ships, the fish in the carpet swim toward the bow, so if you're lost, follow the fish. Even the mooring ropes that tie your ship to the dock have secrets. See those colorful cones or discs? They're rat guards. Their one job? To stop little stowaways from scurrying up the ropes and living their best cruise life in your cabin walls. Nice try, Remy. No cheese plate for you. Cruise cabins are your private escape, until someone finds a hidden camera. Yep, this has happened multiple times. In 2017, a Florida couple found a suspicious lens behind their TV aboard a Carnival ship. Carnival claimed it was non-functional, which sounds oddly like something you'd say about a cursed doll. And in 2024, a Royal Caribbean stateroom attendant was busted for placing spy cameras in bathrooms. He allegedly recorded nearly 1,000 passengers before being caught and sentenced to 30 years in prison. The lesson? Incidents like these are very rare, but a quick sweep of your room, especially TVs, mirrors, and air vents, isn't a bad idea. And if your room offers free ice cream out of nowhere, maybe just double-check where they moved the frozen goods from. If you're going on a cruise, there's one place you're guaranteed to visit. Not the spa, not the casino. I'm talking about the glorious overflowing buffet. It's convenient, it's fast, it's where diets go to die. With dignity. But here's the thing. As wonderful as the cruise buffet can be, there are some easy-to-make mistakes that can ruin your experience, or someone else's. So today, we're covering 15 cruise buffet mistakes that every smart cruiser should avoid, plus a few etiquette reminders you wish other passengers knew. Let's dig in before the food gets cold. You just boarded. You're excited, hungry, and so is everyone else. That's why the buffet is packed tighter than a Black Friday sale at Costco. Families with luggage, long lines, no tables. But here's your pro move. Check if the main dining room is open. Many offer a quiet sit-down lunch with better food and no chaos. Or head to the pool grill or pizza station. Some ships even offer discounted specialty dining on day one, a little-known perk. Bottom line? Unless you love a crowd, skip the embarkation buffet madness and explore your quieter options. Yes, it's all you can eat, but that doesn't mean it all has to be on one plate. Mac and cheese, fried chicken, pizza, shrimp cocktail, pork roast, a meatball, and that's just one spoonful. Take smaller portions, try a few bites, then go back for seconds or thirds without wasting food or feeling like you swallowed an anchor. Let's talk cleanliness. That hand sanitizer station? It's not decorative. Buffets mean shared tongs, shared spoons, and, unfortunately, shared germs. Always sanitize or wash your hands before diving in. Don't use your fingers. Don't double dip. And for heaven's sake, don't lick anything and put it back. Oh, and if you drop a roll on the sneeze guard, that's a sign. One of cruising's best-kept secrets? Each side of the buffet might be different. What looks like a mirror image setup might actually hide the stir-fry station of your dreams. Some ships offer sushi on one end and tacos on the other. Asian cuisine over here, roast beef carving station over there. So before you settle for mystery casserole, do a little buffet window shopping. If you have food allergies, listen up. Cruise lines are pretty good at helping out, but you've got to speak up. Let the line know before you sail. Talk to a manager, not just the buffet server with 6 trays and a ladle. Cross-contamination is real, especially with shared serving utensils. When in doubt, ask for a supervisor. They'd much rather help you early than call the ship doctor later. Yes, there's bacon. Yes, there's cake. But cruise buffets also have grilled veggies, sugar-free desserts, salads with more than just iceberg lettuce. You don't have to eat clean the whole trip. This is vacation after all. But if you're aiming to not need stretchy pants by day 5, balance is your friend. We all learned how to behave at Golden Corral. Let's not forget it on the high seas. Here's your refresher. Don't cut in line. Don't hover and hold up the station. Don't make life harder for the crew. And always, always, grab a clean plate for seconds, even if your old one isn't that dirty. This isn't a backyard BBQ. It's a shared space with 3,000 strangers. Oh, and try not to camp out at your table during peak lunch. If others are circling like seagulls looking for a spot, maybe wrap up the poker game. Buffets get busy, like line out the door busy. Want to avoid the crowd? Eat a little early or a little late. Lunch at 11:30? Peaceful. Lunch at noon? Utter madness. Dinner at 6:45? Lines. Dinner at 5:30 or 8 o'clock? Smooth sailing. You'll thank yourself for the quieter experience, and for not having to fight over the last breadstick. You're not in a rush. This isn't airport food between connections. Slow down. Chew. Breathe. Enjoy your meal. If you wolf down your meal in 7 minutes flat, you'll just end up with indigestion and a missed opportunity to people watch. Relax. You're on a cruise. I hate to be the fun police, but your wet swimsuit and no shirt look, not Buffett approved. Most cruise lines ask for a cover-up or t-shirt before entering. No shoes, no shirt, no shrimp. Also, no dripping through the buffet line like a soggy Labrador retriever. Dry off first, then dig in. Flip-flops are fine, but make sure everything that needs to be covered is covered. You just had a big lunch. You think, I'll skip dessert this time. But then you walk by the pastry station, and that tiny cheesecake calls your name like it knows your weaknesses. Remember, cruise calories don't count. That's not science, but it should be. If you see something that looks good, take it. The worst-case scenario, you don't finish it. The better-case scenario, you discover a chocolate mousse that changes your life. You pile up your plate, find the perfect table, and then realize your mouth is drier than a desert in August. Now you're stuck doing the buffet walk of shame, carrying your tray back through the crowd, looking for lemonade. Here's the fix. Always grab your drink before loading your plate. Water, iced tea, coffee, whatever keeps you hydrated and happy. A meal without a drink is like a cruise without a towel animal. Technically possible, but deeply disappointing. You want to go back for seconds, but you don't want to lose your spot. So you leave your purse, phone, sunglasses, tablet, novel, and bingo dauber on the table, like you're marking your territory. Here's the reality. Most people are lovely, but not everyone is honest, and buffets can be busy. If you're cruising solo, ask a crew member to watch your spot or take your valuables with you. If you're with someone, tag team your buffet run. Your phone doesn't need to save your seat. It's not a chihuahua at a Starbucks patio. You entered on one side, you explored the stations, and now you don't know how to get back to your table. It's not just you. Cruise ship buffets can feel like food labyrinths, especially after 3 trips to the carving station. Here's your solution. Take note of landmarks. Are you sitting near the soup bar, the ice cream machine, the guy who won't stop talking about how much shrimp he ate? Use your surroundings. And if you do get turned around, hey, maybe you'll find a new dessert section you missed the first time. Cruise buffets are legendary, but that towering mountain of shrimp cocktail might come with a hidden risk. Food in buffets is prepped in bulk, handled by many, and often sits out longer than it should. And if hot food dips below 140 degrees Fahrenheit or cold food rises above 40 degrees Fahrenheit, welcome to the danger zone, where bacteria throw a party. Even condiment bottles can be germ factories. Passed hand to hand like a game of virus hot potato, they can undo your whole sanitizing routine. Also, beware the all-carb, no cruise trap. Yes, the breadbasket is bottomless. But seasoned cruisers know to save space for the prime rib, fresh seafood, and desserts you'd never cook at home. So choose hot food that's steaming, skip the limp sushi, and maybe grab your own packet of ketchup. Here's a cruise secret few notice, but every ship quietly enforces. Rats love cruise ships. Think about it. Endless food, warm cabins, and people who drop French fries. Historically, rats would board ships by running up the mooring lines when ships dock. To stop that, cruise lines use rat guards, metal or plastic discs placed on those ropes to stop rodents mid-scamper. They're shaped like cones or saucers, and they're not there for decoration. So if you spot them during embarkation, just know, it's a tiny war being waged between modern engineering and Mickey's real cousins.